Oh, there you go. Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome
To the tower.
to the radio show. So today we're doing Hot Topic Saturdays and Music Chats live. So we're gonna wait for some viewers to get up in here. I know you hear my phone like chime. We got some good conversations on the way.
Yeah.
Topic.
Well, you give people time to get up in here. I'm going to talk about my bad casino experience. My bad casino experience. Guys, I'm a person, I don't like losing. I hate to lose money, especially like any money. So I go to the casino for the very first time. I went with you guys when I was teenagers, right? I was a teenager. I couldn't go in the casino, couldn't gamble because I wasn't old enough. So I just had to sit and wait while they went in the casino to gamble, right? So finally got of age where I can go to casino and go and do a little something. Got there. I ain't finna be spending no outrageous amount of money. But you know how you see other people start putting the money in and you start putting more in and you be like, oh, they hitting.
Right.
I'm a hit too. Please. Look, I kept hitting, losing. I was like, man, forget this. I'm done. I'm just done. I just couldn't do it. And people like going to the casino. I, I just can't do it. I hate to part with my money that easily.
So we're gonna have a see, you gotta have a budget on how much you gonna play.
Look, folks. Look, they was sitting in there. Everybody was in there. They just putting the money in, pulling the thing. I'm putting the money in, pulling it down. Putting the money in, pulling it down. I'm like, wait, hold on. The money just you put a little in, you get a little, then a lot fly away. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Just done.
Trying to wait for out. I don't want nobody to miss nothing. They gonna miss.
No, we don't want them to miss it. It's some good
Good,
stuff.
valuable information.
Good information. Very informative.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to have it to where I can hit the share with everybody. Like every day, even if not one weekend today.
It'll come along.
Right.
It will come
I
along.
guess I have to do it from the big old computer in the back of the start there.
Sitting over there.
Yeah.
She just wanted to give y'all a side shot of her hair. With her goddess braid going to the side. So, Mr. Dot, I didn't have a really good casino experience, but I see that many people love going.
Yeah, yeah. But just imagine if you wouldn't hit that. You know,
I think I would have a different heart at that point. I'd be like, "Come on, Mr. Diamond Shay, let's do this show from from the Golden Nugget, live at 5 at the Golden Nugget."
So I guess we're waiting for more people to come in. We got I don't know, allow people. We got people coming in.
Hi guys, welcome to the Tower Radio Show.
So, like I said, our topic today is Hot Topic Saturday, and we're gonna do some music chat. So we're gonna talk a little bit about. We're gonna go a little bit in depth into music since we're our radio show. We're gonna go in depth to it. So for the three viewers we have on here, if you don't mind, please share this live to anybody that's in the music game or insight. We're gonna get a little bit of insight today the power on how we who's ever in the live, send us the hey, send us the say what's up, and get a shout out. All right.
All right.
Now we got our people trying to come up in the live.
Hey, Miss Carol.
Hey, I'm gonna have to copy this link and just start going to the messenger and start sending it to people.
Miss Carol said you can find me in the club. Hey, Lamont.
Hey, Lamont, what's up? What's up? Now, what
Come on down.
you are an artist, do you not rap music?
It's music info. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I do. So much you don't want to miss it. Let me see
Yeah.
what
We got
we don't see Craig in the building yet.
not yet, but he coming. You know what, Mr. Dye you could share some info today. He gave you the limit on how much you could share.
I won't be
Yep.
right. I won't be right there.
No, sharing is caring.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Just a little, just a tad bit.
Not too much.
Cause you still have your workshop coming up.
Yes.
Right.
So, so I know you're going to talk about your workshop, how you guys can be a part of this workshop that both Miss Shay and Mr. Dye have coming up. You know, and you said it's June 3rd, correct?
No, June 5th. Okay.
June 5th.
So can you guys hear me now? I had somebody text and said they can barely hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay. Usually they get an invite. I don't know what happened this time, but they push an invite through. Today, I guess we did not want to act right today. Okay. Um,
Another.
can you
No,
hear?
I can hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
She said yes. Now I can hear.
Yeah, yes,
No,
we
I
can.
no, I can't hear.
I can't hear. Okay.
Oh, you can hear. Are you saying yes? I can hear. Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a lot. I guess what I'm saying.
Yep.
I'm giving out some good info. I'm trying to share it.
Sharing is caring.
That's what they say.
Share, share, share. We throw that out every show. Share, share, share.
Okay. I shared it to as many as I can. I actually sent it to Trill, so I'm waiting on him, but I'm gonna go ahead. Like I said, today our show is the hot topic, and it's Saturday. Easy chat. So for those who missed, they can come back
All right.
and watch the show. So okay. So who wanna kick off? We want to kick off the questions, or what we want to talk about?
Let's kick out the question.
Let's go ahead.
Miss Keisha been anxious since last night's show about
Who's stealing music? I just want to know, like, the question is, who stole somebody's music? That is the question that's coming out.
now the Tower Radio Show. We're not gonna be missing. So
No,
we're not gonna put no names on it.
because miss means it's not true.
But no, but this is true.
Okay.
Totally true.
This is true. I mean, we got producers out there stealing other people's beats and putting
Okay.
their tag on. That's a no no.
You
Okay.
don't do that. No, you don't. You don't do that.
So my question is, when a person steals somebody else's beat, you've seen some of this stuff play out, over the news, social media, different things like that. So you're going to court. That's a civil suit, correct? So you could file a civil suit against that person.
Yes, you
Right.
can.
Okay. And what are the ramifications? Like what is the penalty? You know,
Oh,
is there any penalty?
Yep.
it is. It is. First of all, because the producer who steals the beat and tags it can also be sued by the person who originated the beat. So
Okay.
it's basically like it's infringement. Basically, what it is, it's infringement.
Mhm.
You can't do that. Just as significant, just like how we were talking before we got on the show, the
Mhm.
situation like with Pharrell and Robin Thicke and them with the blur lines. It just takes a couple of instruments that sound the same as another beat, or another artist, and they sue
Mhm.
you. It's infringement.
Right.
It can be seconds. It can be 2 seconds.
Mhm.
If it relates to what the original person did, it's infringement. Can't be
Okay.
sued.
So, what ways can you protect yourself? Because I know, in these cases, it has to be some legal binding document or something that you will need to copyright your own, like to say this song belongs to me. If anybody uses it, you're gonna have to pay me for this. You going or if I catch you using it, I'm gonna take you to court because this song is mine and it's legally binding document that says all rights are reserved for me and belong to me. So
Just said it, copyright.
okay,
Going to the copyright lobby. Definitely
okay,
the copyright. Not only that, you need to have a license. That's something that's going to be in the workshop. You need to have one of the four, and I forgot to add the other one. I'll add the one.
I wouldn't even tell them the four.
Not. It's four of them that you could get into.
Mhm.
Uh, they all. I think three have a fee, one doesn't. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it because things have changed. But
Mhm.
you always put your stuff in the library. You have a catalog. That's how
Right.
you do things. Yeah.
Okay. So if I
But that even
so
goes for underground artists too. You know what I mean? Underground producers,
mhm.
because I mean, it's a lot of underground producers getting they beats stolen.
Right.
You know,
Hmm.
from other producers, and they putting their tag on it. So I mean, when they write a song and it's hot or whatever, whatever, everybody thinking, oh, that's that producer's beat, and it's not. It's somebody else's. But they
Right.
But this has been going on for a very long time. This is just something that just has not just started. This has been going on for years, decades in the music industry where people are stealing people's beats
Right.
or their music. So, as an artist, is there any way, like you said, you could get the paperwork, the documents, the copyright to go against your stuff, but is there any other way to protect yourself? Or is that just it? You know?
A lawyer. Always.
I mean, and then I mean, sometimes it don't even must be the artist, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
the artist thinking that the producer
Hey, Craig.
is coming out with a hot beat, you know, and that artist thinking that's that producer's beat, but it don't be,
Got
you
you.
know, they just stole it from somebody else, or they put
So,
extra little instrument here or extra little instrument there and call it
got
their
you.
song.
So, and how many, you guys have been doing this for a while. So, in your experience, how many times have you seen this happen? Even with your own artists that you're managing, how many times have you seen this happen?
With my artists, recently,
Hey, Craig.
I've seen it with my artists, my two artists recently. I'm not gonna speak on my artists, but
Okay.
we had a meeting, and they exposed it to me that their track. Now here's the thing though, my artist had basically purchased the whole exclusive rights to the track, and he went to a studio to have it done, have it recorded.
Mm-hmm.
But took it upon himself to send it to somebody else.
Oh,
Then
wow.
had the nerve to call me and say, "Hey, somebody has your artist song, and they sent it to me, and it sounds exactly like theirs." So me, like I told the producer, "Hey, you've been in communication with them. Let them know I'm going to send a cease and assist letter to stop it." Well, I don't want to get into it. So I had my two artists. I say, "Hey, find them on Instagram, or whoever it is, and ask them how did they come about getting the track, who gave them
Right.
the track, where did they get the track from."
Mm-hmm.
Led right back to the producer who called me and said that he heard about it. He gave the track to me.
Mm. Wow. So so you've had your own share of experiences with something like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no
And
doubt.
I know, seeing some artists that have jumped on here before, I've seen some that have put some in the chat about people stealing your beats or stealing your music.
Right.
And, especially underground artists who have not had the ability to get on mainstream platform. Look, Craig, he said this is one thing. they can get you. They can get poor man copyright by sending their music via mail, certified or registered mail. That's true.
Yes, they can.
That's true. Yep.
Yep.
Thank you, Craig, for that info. And it'll be good, for people. This is good information people are missing. Something that, if I'm new in the music game, I would want to know this stuff. I wouldn't want to know the chances of these things happening, because you guys have had experience of years of seeing things like this go down. What other underhand practices have you seen, since you've been doing things like this?
Oh wow.
And it doesn't have to be, not specific names or anything, but just in general, because, people talk about these things so artists are aware. This game is industry is huge, but the game is real.
I mean, we didn't come across well a person sent their music in for somebody else to listen to it.
Yeah.
And the person ended up stealing their whole song.
Yep.
So you got to be worried about just sending a song in and somebody picking it up.
See, this was an artist, and his song was basically, he was an unsigned artist, underground artist, and the main thing was he sent it out to a radio station to try to get played so they can hear. You know how they do those. That so he did that, and all of a sudden his song became a mainstream song.
So my question to that is, did he not get it copyrighted before it was? So he was protected in that sense where he could go and fight that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's the thing: a lot of artists, and I noticed that a lot of artists. And what's up to all the 4 viewers that's in here? What's up, you guys?
Hey guys.
This is some good information. If you are an artist, please stay in here and listen to this. Even if you're not an artist, stay in here and listen to this. You may have a friend that's a music artist that may need this info. Because we're going to get a little bit deep into it in a few. But what it is that a lot of times, a lot of artists, a lot of unsigned artists are very scared to go up against artists that steal from them. And I don't know why. And then a lot of times is that they don't really do the logistics. They don't. And that's why I say management is the key. Your manager really needs to have a lot of knowledge to help you, because the artists don't have that on the mind at the time.
Okay. So another question I have, because I know you speak of managers, what is the difference between, because you have these AR people, but then you have your manager. So what is the difference between the manager and the AR person that you have from?
A&R is a scout.
Okay.
It's the person that goes out and finds talent for the labels, or I guess they find talent. They have an ear to for talent.
Okay.
Manager is someone that is supposed to manage your career, protect your career, do the logistic parts of it.
Okay.
Your career is straight,
So can you be both an AR and manager?
Well, the A&R manager collaborate.
Okay.
Your manager and an A&R collaborates. That means that your manager has sent something over to a label, and that A&R finds your talent very interesting, and they want to either get you signed or try to get you a deal.
So if I'm an AR person for a record label, can I go and be a manager too?
It's your choice.
Okay.
If you want to do that, yeah.
Okay. Because I be into them shows, loving hip hop, so I'll be watching some of them shows and be like, hey, the AR person, they manage people.
If you want
okay.
To, the thing is, being A&R, being a manager, make you good.
Okay.
Because see, when you become a manager and you're an A&R, you're gonna be dedicated to your artist, but then your artist gonna put the type of work because you're an A&R, you stay to look out, so they think you're trying to drop them to the so it's gonna be a conflict.
I'm just doing my 2 jobs, folks. I'm just doing my 2 jobs. She's trying to drop me.
That's what they gonna think. It's gonna be a conflict.
So it'll be some type of conflict because they think that you're trying to replace them.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. And do you have? So the question for me is, you got to balance that time to do both. It's like, how do you juggle that time?
You do.
Because one is going to slip.
Right, just do one or the other.
One or the other.
Okay. I mean, this is good stuff. So AR people, do they showcase talent? Do they, you know,
They can.
so they can have showcase your talent?
And those, and thank you, Craig, for putting that up there. And those applications start at $600.
Thank you, Craig. Good info.
It's still six. I do believe it's still six.
Good info. Good info. So you giving us some good stuff, Miss Shay, Mr. Dot. Mr. Dot ain't looked at you upside your head. We asking all these questions. So look, Mr. Dot, I feel confident I'm asking the right questions where they're not gonna be taken away from the workshop. So just want to make sure. So my next question, like, I'm an artist, right? Because this is the thing. People who are new artists, sometimes they are really excited about the whole music industry thing. Like, I won't start them. When I get to go overseas and start touring other venues, and when I get to do my music video, because I want my music video to be right. So where does the budget for my music video? Am I paying? Like, who pays for that? Like, for
If you're on a label, your label pays.
okay, so wait. Here's a question though. My label, because I've watched a lot of documentaries from different artists who've come back and told their story. So if I sign a contract and that contract say, well, I'm gonna guarantee you $1 million, right? And then I say, well, okay, I'm signing this contract and I get a signing bonus. They give me like $25,000, $50,000 signing bonus, whatever. So,
What's up? Thanks for joining, Genuine.
hey, Genuine. So, where does that music video money come from? If I'm signing this $1 million contract, is that coming out my $1 million, or are they paying for that? Like, is the company, the label, paying for that?
It comes. It's all in your contract. That's the whole part. See, what it is a lot of times when you sign to the label. Thank God, God ain't looking at me, so He's allowing me to say it.
Okay.
When you sign to a label, that is advance money.
Okay.
That is advance money. Oh yeah, we're doing good. Thanks for saying that. It's advance money. So please share this. Please share this, Jingle. When we're giving out some music info today, we're gonna give out some music info. Um, what it is you are given an advance. Okay, that advance covers you for what it is. But see, what you don't understand is when you start traveling, that money comes from that advance.
Oh, so wait, y'all don't pay for me to try? I gotta take that out of my money?
You pay for your own stuff. That's
What?
why when you watch those documentaries, a lot of artists they tell you they are in debt. A
So,
lot of a lot of times they don't get see a label is there to, and I'm not talking about no labels. If you want to do a label, that's by all means you do that. That's on you. I'm not telling you not to, but I'm telling you do your research. A lot of times you are a dollar sign for a label. You are a dollar sign for the label. We're gonna get into that in just a minute, Craig. You are a dollar sign for the label. Okay. Here's what happens. Okay, you sign a contract. You sign, like you said, $1 million contract.
right.
Okay, you sign $1 million contract.
Want my $1 million? That's what I'm looking for.
Here you go. But before you leave that office, you have a manager to pay. So think about it. You have a manager to pay.
Okay, because that's my manager, so I gotta pay him out of my pocket.
That's right.
Okay.
You brought him with you. So think about that. You got this check, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got this manager to pay. You got this tax accountant to pay.
Oh, because that's my personal tax account. That's supposed to be taking care of my business or my finances. So I gotta pay them out of my $1 million too.
Sometime the label will give you one, but you better watch that,
Mm.
okay?
Okay.
You know. So you have all these people, but here's the thing now. Your manager now, just think about it. You're gonna bring your friends. You're gonna bring your entourage. You're gonna look out for all of them. You got hotel fees.
Mm.
You have you got a home now. Think about it.
Yeah, I gotta pay all my bills at my house and pay my
You
house
got taxes.
mortgage and my taxes. Right.
But you gotta be careful because you never know if your record label own a mortgage company. That's what happened to H. I'm not trying to put their business out there. But if you watch the unsung, you seen it. His grandma
Mm.
owned their houses because he opened up a mortgage company.
Mm.
Yep,
Oh
yep.
wow.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
Interesting.
no doubt. Very interesting. So as far as when it goes to that, what you're talking to me now, think about it. You have $1 million contract. You have a manager. Now here's the thing: you're no longer paying the manager 10%. You're no longer paying the manager 15%. You are now paying the manager 20% because now you're over the $1 million mark.
Mm. So you have so there are certain thresholds in which the percentage goes up to what you're paying your manager. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, to get more specific, you got to go to that course so you can learn the specifics of what those thresholds are, right?
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Genuine said yes. 80/20. So Genuine was saying sometimes labels will suck you dry with fees, especially with those 360 deals.
Yeah.
Then he also said yes. 80/20. Okay.
Well, 80/20 is not like uh yes, right, after 500K. But she said a million, so that is after 5K, so that's 20%. But the 80/20s, let me just say that since Mr. God allowing me to say it.
Mr. Dot, don't give her the side eye. Don't
Now,
don't
he's
don't give her the.
allowing me today. So let me inform any artist that's on here, and if anybody's sharing it with some artists on here so they can get the insight. And an 80/20, let me express that to you. Okay, you can sign with a label and you get an 80/20. We've seen artists do that, remember? They signed the 80/20. Here's the thing. Let me express this before I say it. If it ain't a label that don't even got money themselves, don't be signing a contract. That don't make sense. It really don't. It doesn't make sense. How you gonna pay me and you don't have the money, the revenue to do it? You know? So, but let me say an 80/20. Here's an 80/20 contract. Here's the info on 80/20. Okay. You go to a label, they give you an 80/20 contract. 80% is theirs. You're not getting the whole 20%.
Hmm.
You're not getting that. I need you to know that off the top. You're not getting the whole 20%. You have people to pay. So by the time it gets to you, you may have 3% or 4% of that 20%. But here's the thing.
You're like, dang, my check only $500. No, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, come on here, Miss Johnny. We giving some niggas info. Stay in
Hey,
here.
Mr. Johnny.
Music 101.
Music 101 today. We're gonna get some music 101. But here's the thing though, with that, let me say this. With that 80/20. Now here's the thing. I gave you that insight. So you're thinking now, Miss Keisha, that you have 20%. I just told you about 20%. Okay, 80%. So let's say your first album doesn't hit the mark that the record label said it's supposed to hit. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So now your label decides to go ahead and let you do a sophomore album, which is your second album, correct? And it doesn't even hit the mark of what the first one did. So
Right.
think about it. 80% on that first one. They're gonna give you 80% on the second one. So you're in a whole 160%. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. But you gotta remember you got all these people to pay.
Lord. Look, is it so? That brings me to my next question because, like, if I'm a person that really want all mine, I don't want to share with no record label. Is it better? Is it really what you're building the case for? Is it's really better to be independent if you got the money to do it?
Yes.
If you got the money to be independent and you can afford to do all your stuff yourself, which I'm seeing some artists are taking the liberty to do that, then it's really better to go that route.
Yes, it is. Very much so. Very much so. Very, very much
Thank you,
so.
Genuine. Yes, share, 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 because this is some music info day. Mr. Dot has given permission to give out the love today. He's sharing the love, guys.
So yeah, I mean, if you have the funds and the money to do it, or you have good investors backing your career, then independent is the way to go. But for some people, they don't have that. That's why they go to labels and they feel like they're on top, but they're not reading. Because artists stay on top for a while, but then when they go into those unsung and those you hear them horror stories.
Right.
Oh
By the way, I love them sharing those stories.
man, it's it's important to know that,
Right, right.
right? Because I know Miss Keisha got some questions for us today.
So I'm going to read one of our viewers' comments, which is Mr. Craig. He's always a devoted listener. So, does copyright protect names or titles? That's a good question. Does copyright protect names or titles? Copyright commonly does not protect names,
No,
titles, slogans, or short phrases. You will have to look into trademarking. Copyright protects works of original authorship, such as text, artwork, photographs, sound recordings, screenplays, music, lyrics, etc. How long does a copyright last?
now see, you answered my question. 70 years.
Copyright protection lasts for 70 years after the author has passed away. How do I send in my work? Once you complete and submit your form, you will receive an email from us too.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
So that's
actually the copyright and trademark. Right.
okay. And that all is in your one-on-one that you do with your artist. Okay.
We love the song. Yes, I did hear it. We love that song. It was excellent. You never fail, Jingle.
Yeah.
The pranks are always popping.
Well, I know we have other questions, but do we want to get into a song to let some listeners hear some music?
Let's kind of get the questions out of the way.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Since I'm giving up free reign, she just
Okay, she wants to get all the questions. So we gonna get it out. We gonna get it out. So, so my other question I had, I like listening, hearing new business information about different lines of business because music is a whole different thing. So you dealing with masters because
Yeah, we're gonna play it.
so masters, many people out there they have masters and the masters are owned by the labels. So is there a grace period or I would say like a clause in which they give you time to purchase your own masters back that are like exclusive rights to buy so there is no clause in the contract to give you exclusive time to buy your masters back before they go up for sale to anybody.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you sit at that table before you sign that paper, you negotiate.
So you could put an exclusivity clause in there to say, hey, give me X amount of years to buy my masters before you sell
Yes,
them.
yes, yes.
Interesting. That is interesting. I just wonder because you saw what just happened to Taylor Swift, right? You know, her masters got sold,
Hmm.
and she was pretty upset because she didn't get an opportunity to buy them before they got sold.
That falls back on management.
Yeah.
Management should negotiate that when you sit at the table.
Oh man, sad because she has some good songs. That was a good library worth of
My
music.
friend saw his. He saw his on. He got his name.
Yeah, they was in that vault. was in that vault. OMG. So, guys, you're getting all this free information. Miss Shay is really pumping it out there because I have tons and tons and tons of questions.
All right, I'm ready, ready, ready.
I had plenty of questions that artists, I'm not an artist, I'm just a person. But I just want to ask questions that artists normally should be asking if they're looking to go into the music business. So, quick question. For me, if I'm an AR person, right, and I'm looking for an artist for my label, and what am I looking for? Because it's a lot of talented people out there. But what are some other things that I need to bring to the table besides my talent that gives the whole package of what the record label is looking for?
I mean, when an A&R goes out, they're looking for the artist that's popping. You know,
Okay.
that's another thing. As an artist, you need a fan base.
Right.
Gotta get your. That's what when that fan base is popping, they gonna share it. They gonna share it everywhere, everywhere, and that's gonna catch the eye of A&R. People like, okay, this person pop. Word of mouth is how A&R is really. People do talent shows. That's why I always tell artists, keep your social media pages totally different. Keep your artist page different from your personal page.
So, how many talent shows do you recommend for an artist to do so they can get out there to be seen, be heard, and build that fan base? Because the fan base is important.
As many as you can, but you got a lot of them, they charge. So as many as you can.
That's why we play the unsigned and underground artists on the Tower Radio.
That's right. Which is free. Right.
Hey, our song go all over the world. So
Oh, well, good platform.
Yeah,
this is a step.
Yep.
it is.
So you don't even have to go to no talent show, be in a building. You can just submit your music right here to the Tower Radio Show. One.
And share it. But it starts with the artist. They have to have a fan base.
Right.
They got to get their fan base going. That's what I tell my artists. Get your fan base going, Keep your fan base going. That's how it's going to do what it needs to do.
So I can imagine a lot of artists that are coming to you guys and they're looking for you to be the one to build their fan base. So what you're saying is for a lot of these record label AR people, they are looking for people who already has a fan base, already has a popularity out there.
Right.
Got you. Here's the thing Genuine said. I found out that Michael Jackson owns Eminem, Taylor Swift, etc. back catalog even in death.
Yes.
Interesting. Because 70 years, right? Is it?
Plus after that, yes.
Right? Oh, wow. So that means since he's gone, his family, whoever is next in line in his family, owns the rights to that music.
Yes, they do.
Interesting. Very interesting. Important of a will. That's the importance of getting a will as well. Oh wow. This really goes down in the DM. In the music industry. It goes down in the music industry.
Yes, it does.
Look, got some cookies. You're gonna be cookie lines at one point. So my next question for me being, if I come in as an artist and my AR people are looking for somebody with popularity, have a big fan base or whatever. So I got a big fan base. An AR person approaches me and they say, well, we want to showcase you.
A&R shouldn't approach the artist at all.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay, so
He should be approaching the manager at all times. He shouldn't be, an A&R shouldn't be approaching the artist, period, unless the manager sets up something where they can meet, they have a meeting and they talk. But as far as the A&R wanting to, have a meeting and talk with the artist, all that goes through the manager. That does not go through the artist.
do I need a manager if I'm
It's
if
good.
I'm
It's good. Let me to each his own. It's good, but a lot of times I always tell artists get a manager because you can't handle all this shit.
right?
It's a lot. It takes a team. And you're gonna need a team. Hey, Pastor Avery, how you
Hey,
doing?
Pastor Avery.
I'm glad you're in here. But you need, to do music. You have to have a team. You can't
Right.
do it by yourself. You gotta have a team. That's the only way it's gonna work being an artist. You know, like you said, an A&R. Nobody. If you have a manager, no one should be approaching you as an artist. You need to be approaching you as a manager.
Got you. So should I?
But that goes for underground artists too,
As
because
well.
we have seen a lot of underground artists get up into the business, and that's why a lot of them just signing these contracts and they don't even basically even know what they mean. They just sign and just wanting to get in and just record.
So this is good stuff because as an artist, I'm walking around here and I'm thinking, I have probably, if I'm well known and I'm very popular, it could be easy for somebody to come in and sneak me and just, because my head is in, I want to get a contract, I want to get signed now.
Right.
I
Right,
can really get a bum deal if I really am not sure what's going on.
right. You can. But
Oh,
it also like you saying you being an artist, but it takes for you to have a manager that knows the business. Like I said before, and I'm not dissing nobody, but if you want to get your family members to do it, I mean, make sure they read, they study. It's not, I didn't wake up, I wasn't born. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be a manager. No, I had to go to school. I had to learn it. I had to understand what's up, old school.
hey Craig.
I had to learn it. I had to understand what was going on so I can be able to walk inside, a label if my artists want to go into a label and to know what I'm dealing with.
Right.
It's okay to let family members be your manager. I always recommend it sometime when you are under the age of 16 or younger and trying to do that. You know, I
Good
always
point.
I always recommend letting a family member, especially a parent or somebody, but be educated, read, understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't be just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna let my uncle do it." Your uncle is a mechanic at the garage thing, and he a manager over at the auto zone. That's two different things. That's two different things.
Right.
I say to each his own. Whatever manager you pick, just make sure your manager got your best interest at heart.
So my next question, because you said something I caught with what you said. You said minor.
Yeah.
Minors, right?
Mhm.
So if I'm a minor,
Mhm.
should I be signing any deal without my parent? And is that legal and binding
No,
if I sign a deal and I'm a minor?
you cannot. It's not legal for a minor to sign a deal without an adult, and it's because of asthma.
Okay.
Because of any of the four. I gave you guys one. Any of the four, because it comes to because if you're getting paid, you're getting royalties. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a 16-year-old. You who gonna cash a $1 million check for a 16-year-old?
Right.
Not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a tax thing. You know?
Got it.
So
So once I become an adult, do I have to re-sign because at this point I'm no longer a minor?
you can. It's gonna be like a renegotiation because you're old enough to have to be a fair.
Okay. I'm just questions I'm throwing out there because hey,
Yeah.
I'm not a music game person. I don't work in the music. So guys, let me put this message out there. No shape form does Miss Keisha work in the music industry or she has knowledge of the music industry. She's asking questions that normally, if you're new to something, most new people will ask these questions before they walk into something or step into something.
Make sure
And
Make sure
right,
you come June 5th. We're having a Power Radio Show Music 101 workshop, and you're gonna get a whole lot more than what you're getting now.
But yeah,
okay,
you just asking a lot of questions that a lot of artists need to know. Some of them just scared to ask, because especially unsigned and the underground artists. I mean, they don't know situations like that because we have seen a lot of them sign a lot of contracts, and once they know the information that we give them, then all of a sudden, hey, they want to get out of
Yeah,
that so-called contract that they
right,
have.
right. We've had to, since we're talking about contracts, we've had to help people get out of contracts. We've
oh
had
wow.
two artists get out of contracts.
So you have to. So you guys also use your talent to search for loopholes or different things that you see in contracts that are not legally binding that they can kind of
Well, what happened?
make the contract null and void at that point.
Right. Well, what happened? The artist came because we had an artist meet and greet, an artist network meet and greet because we have those. And an artist came she came to the meet and greet, and then she called me later and she said, "Hey, Miss Shay, I have a friend. Her daughter signed a contract. Her daughter,
Mm-hmm.
she signed a contract. She said the contract has things that she doesn't quite understand. So, she sent it to me, and I went over it, and yeah, there's just some things that you don't do in a contract. No one, and I'm just gonna say this since I'm able to say, no one uses Harry Fox agency. I need to let people know that's not a licensing that people use. So if you see that in a contract, do not sign it.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Mm-hmm.
not sign it
Okay.
because a Harry Fox agency, people use that when they're putting you in a 360 deal.
Okay. Okay. And I won't even ask to explain the 360 deal because I know that's something that you got to get when you go to the workshop,
Right.
and that's more information. So I'm gonna stay surface level so Mr. Dot won't give you that side eye, and I'm just going for all free info at this point.
Gonna give you the full it's giving to you.
Look, I'm trying to stay as high level as possible. Stay on the free zone. Look, guys, don't get me put off this show asking all these questions that need to be paid for. Look, but I see that Genuine dropped. He said Usher, I think, probably did the same thing. So when we were talking about, minors and okay, because there's been quite a few minors in the record industry.
Because the thing is, and I say this, and it goes all the way back to Usher to Aaliyah. Parents, when you got young kids, stop allowing other people to manage your children. I just don't get that, and that's what happened because I think Usher had Puffy managing him, and this boy was doing too many. He seen too much as a child in that game. It just wasn't. Ain't nobody gonna look out for your child better than you.
It's true. That's true. So I know if Matt decides, which I know Matt ain't, he got two little feet. Good, Matt got two little feet. No, I don't know about that. Look, neither of his parents got musical talent, so.
I know you got some deep.
I'm that person in church that you see their mouth moving, but the words are not protruding out there, and you don't hear it coming from here.
Okay.
You
So
sing it with all nose.
what you think? What else you think
I think for me, I'm coming into this industry as an individual. Is there some things that I need? Okay, Craig, yeah, this will be good. Here we go.
Okay.
What is the artist going to do about marketing their products and records on a wide spectrum? That's a really good question. Like marketing.
Okay, that comes if they're on a label, that comes from the label. The label does that. But if they're independent, they have to do all that themselves, or they have to get a team. You have to have a team.
Street
Where-
team.
Yeah, you have to. So
Hmm.
that's why a lot of people go with the label. A lot of people don't like to do the hard work, but if you're dedicated to your talent, you're gonna do that work. If you got a good team, they're gonna do it with you. It's gonna get done.
Put in that work.
Gonna put the work in.
So if what's the expectation of me? Because marketing is key. Everything that you do is all about how you market yourself. And I know you talked about making sure that you have an artist page, making sure that the artist page is clean. But when you market yourself, what is the expectation of your growth in market share? Like how long should it take for me to be able to get to that status in which I'm selling out venues and
It's the I'm gonna tell you, like I said, it's the fan base. Once you get that fan base and people start sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing and get that word out and sharing, and you start doing events when they have open mics, go out to it. When they have talent shows, go out to it. You gotta put the work in too.
Just like on the Tower Show. Hey, submit your music.
Yep.
okay.
The Tower Radio Show 1 at gmail.com.
So this comment is from Miss K Marine Rumble. Honestly, I think the main reason why so many artists are in debt later on in their careers are because they really don't read or fully understand the contract or have people to fully explain it to them. That is so true on so many levels.
Correct. It's totally
That's true.
it's
That is
totally
so true.
totally correct. There's no need for you to really even say anything on that because she basically is totally correct. A lot of times they don't have people to fully explain it because sometimes your manager can't fully explain it. They can't. I always say if you want to deal with a label before you sign it, have a lawyer with you. Let your entertainment lawyer, not your cousin that dude is an insurance lawyer, not your cousin that's a criminal lawyer, not your cousin that's a probate lawyer. You need a entertainment lawyer. That's somebody that deals with this on a daily basis. not your cousin Pookie that went to law school and think he know. No, an entertainment lawyer.
So the other aspect that I look at, because we talk about how they have fully, they don't have anybody to fully explain the contract or read the contract. The other piece is the debt, because a lot of them, when they talk about finances and how finances are managed, the question that I have is, do they have the right team or there to help them understand how their finances should go, the breakdown of how the finances need to be spread about or divvied out?
No, because at that point, that's the artist. A lot of times, when artists going big, it's kind of it's really the team. I mean, you have to have certain people. You have to have not only a manager, you have to have a role manager, you have to have
Mm-hmm.
a scout manager. You got to have a CPA. You gotta have those people in there. And the reason why a lot of artists get into debt is because the first thing they try to go buy is jewelry.
So let me segue to that. So I was watching Black Love last night, right? Guys, don't I just watch Black Love? This ain't so the artist Tank was on Black Love, and you know who Tank is, right? So So Tank said, hey, I might have $200,000 in my account, but once I hit the strip club and I get home, my account is at $3,500. So he openly said that. So for me, it's, do you think you still need the person to read over the contract to make sure you have a good contract, but do you think you still need like somebody to be there to say, hey, I need you to draw your foot? Is that the manager's role to say, hey, no? Because I've seen that happen on one TV show where the manager's like, hey, why are you going to buy that Bentley? You don't need to buy that. That's
Getting in flack because the account is getting on him. You can't, quit spending your money frivolously. Come on now. You spend it, especially at a strip club.
so it's like not only just him, because he was open about his spending, but the thing about it is you have other artists that talk about the situation they get into with their finances because they have all these different things that they have to do, like shows and all these different things, and the finances come into play.
When you do a show as an artist, you're getting paid. So how do you get the money doing the show?
If you can't do the show,
That means it's something you did that kept you from getting paid.
but did you put all of that money up front to even do the show? Because you got to pay lighting and all these different things, the sound engineers.
If you're with a label, they've already paid that, but it's coming from you.
Right.
It's coming from you.
Got it.
But it's coming from you, but it's paid for with the label. Now, if you're independent, yeah, you have to upfront that by yourself. But here's the thing: a lot of artists who think that they think they get rich by CD sales, and I know you don't.
Got you.
Artist really only consumes money when they perform.
Thank you for letting us know that.
Where your money comes from. Your money does not come from your product. Your money does not come from the CD sales. Your money comes from when you perform. But here's the thing that a lot of people don't know is taxes behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything, I don't care what state you live in, whatever. Anything past $10,000, the IRS gets involved.
So I have a question. So if I'm an artist and I'm coming to you, King Mr. Dot, Miss Shay, and I'm like, well, is managing my money a part of y'all services? What the answer to that question be?
No.
No. No. No.
Look, Pastor Avery, I'm putting it up. So this is what Mr. Pastor Avery is saying. Most people who get involved in entertainment don't realize that any company that is producing a project on an executive level, meaning financing, they have to get a return. Otherwise, they will not survive as a company. That is so true.
Right.
So
Companies are in the business of making money. That's true, Pastor Jeremy.
that is very true. That's why I be saying $75 is not a lot of money to be told this like this 75. But you go to somebody else, they gonna charge you two, three, $400 just to know this little stuff right here.
That is so true. Companies are in the business of making money. You are being, when they sign you, that's an investment.
I mean, in it, let me tell you, when I used to be the VP for the label I was talking about, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you the truth about that, and I'm not gonna shade it or whatever. You know, yeah, I was on the label, but here's the thing. My whole thing is you cannot be a label when you don't have money. You get what I'm saying? And I've never in my life, and no lie, me and Mr. Dot, I've never ever had to come into a business where I had to help you. We had to invest some money into you. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's the point of when companies do things. I mean, don't be trying to highway rob somebody, an artist that's trying
Mm-hmm.
to get started, especially when you're a business trying to get started yourself. That's why we don't do what we're doing. You know, even though we had our consulting business for 10 plus years, I still don't try to highway rob nobody because people still got to eat. People got families, people got kids. $75 is not a lot of money to learn something. And then sometimes you may catch us, we do it free. Like right now, you getting free. Like, so
Yeah.
it's like I think if you want to do this, you have to invest in yourself. You got to be able to pay for your talent. You know what I'm saying? It is, and what Pastor Avery said is so true. You know, they have to have their money to survive too.
Right.
You
And the
know,
thing about it is, you spend $75 just going to the grocery store or eating fast food for an entire week.
and here's
So,
the thing: if you ever meet any artists or talk to anybody that has met us personally, they can tell you when we do our artist meet and greets, you just walk in with your pen and pad. We provide you with food. We provide you with everything you need. All you do is walk up in there and do what you do and let me know what you're trying to do. And we're going to try to work and find somebody that can help you do what you do.
right.
You know, it's up to you. I always say it's up to you.
Looks.
It's just how bad do you want to be an artist? How bad you want this talent to go out? I mean, it's good. Like I say it every time we get on this live. It's good talent.
Again, $75 is a week of groceries. You can spare just eating ramen noodles for a week, guys. Just to have this course.
That's a lot of sodium.
Look, you gotta get in where you fit in. You know, sometimes you need something, you gotta make sacrifices for it. So,
I mean, if they hungry for this business, I mean, they gonna
right.
get stuff. I mean, we also met artists. I mean, yeah, they wanna be artists, but I mean, they don't want to pay for beats. They want somebody to just give them to them. Nobody gonna give you nothing to do it for this.
So, Pastor Germany said, so the artist must be intentional in protecting their assets, meaning their skill. They must do it by having a good entertainment attorney.
Yes,
Yep.
no doubt. You got to have that. No doubt. You got to have that. You got to have that. We got one. We have one.
That's what's up. Guys, you getting all this, look at all this knowledge that's being given on this platform.
We have that, and the reason why I say we have one because it has been some time. I have to sometimes. We as managers sometimes we do have to sue artists. You know, I'm not saying it, but it's like you know.
Right. Gotta have a legal plan on deck.
Yes,
Gotta have somebody behind you. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Thank you, Pastor Germany. That was a good point. Thank you for bringing that out.
okay, can you guys hear me? Because I'm getting text people saying my voice is real, real low. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I apologize. I guess I'm talking low today. I'm not crunk. I got all my crunk news out yesterday.
I love this show. Thank you, Pastor Germany.
So glad. We are glad you love it. Y'all share this. We trying to get this insight to other artists. So I know Miss Keisha. We talked about it on the line before we got on. What were some other questions you wanted me to?
Look. I'm a upcoming artist myself. Nah, I'm not an artist, y'all. I don't have no look. I don't have no talent in music industry, but I do have questions because I think it's really, really important. So the other thing is with my image. Do you guys, from a perspective of what you offer in your services, are you image consultants as well? Do you consult individuals who come to these workshops about their image and how they need to, when they're coming into this music game, what the expectations are and how they should preserve their image and what their image should, what type of image they should put out to be more marketable to labels or anybody?
Uh, yeah, we do. I always tell, I guess me personally, I tell an artist, we give artists development as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a development skill. That's why I always saying you'll hear that in the workshop. I'm going to be talking about the platforms on your social media. That's a key importance of your artist development. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say a little bit of it. You can't, if you have social media pages, okay, and you are an artist, okay, you cannot mix your personal life on that music page. You're trying to get people to follow you as an artist. People don't need to see you, in the grocery store with your mama or with your girlfriend or with your people. They don't need to see that on your artist page. They don't. I mean, they don't. They don't need to see that. They need to see all of what you're doing. They need to see you in the studio. They need to do this. Like I tell my artists, I honestly tell them, when you do stuff and you're doing it with your music, record yourself. Let people know you day to day so people can interact and get to know you. You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna be a fan of you and I don't know nothing about you? You don't have, you don't, when I send something, it's okay to respond to people who follow you and you're your fans. That's what keeps them coming. Respond to them.
Okay.
We
So
respond to ours.
We respond.
so so in your workshop, do you tell them how to set up their artist page and what they should put on their artist page?
Yeah.
And you help them to structure that so that way, it looks professional. People, when they go in and look at it, they see what they need to see, and they don't have all their mama and grocery shopping and,
Yeah.
I'm in the hood at the basketball court.
Your girlfriend and cut you out and everything. Like, no.
you know Okay, I just want to make sure, these. So, guys, this is more stuff that was being brought out that's offered at these seminars that you can go to and you can get this information. So,
That's how much it is. And look,
so even with, and I'm an artist, right? So how many songs should I come with? Because if I have just one song, is that gonna be enough for y'all to do something with me?
I think, like I told my artists, when you want to get started, at least do 7. Start out with 7.
Okay.
People feed on who you are, to getting to know you. 7 songs is enough for somebody to really get to know you and start vibing with you. Honestly and truly.
Okay. So I come in there. I can't come in there with one song and be like, "This gonna be a hit." This the hit maker right here.
Be a hit to you, but see, and also what we do with our artists when they do songs, we do a listening party with the
Okay.
so they can hear it and we can how can we talk to them? We kind of critique it. I can't talk to that. Critique it and kind of let them know what they need to fix, what they need to, get together. Feedback. That's basically what a listen party is. It's
Okay.
feedback. That's basically what it is. It's true feedback.
So since I'm at 0, I need to at least get about 7 more songs so I can be ready. Okay.
Yeah.
And when I do my songs, right, do I need to bring them a certain type of way? Do they need to be on what is it, MP3? What do I need in order to?
I say MP3 because you can just load them.
Okay.
MP3. Yeah, you can just load them. That's what we do. When we do our artist meet and greets, we get other artists to come out. Like we did one. We had a label
Mm-hmm.
from here in Houston to come out and they talk with the guys and talk with the people we had out here. We had 2 labels actually here, you know, and they talked.
Mm-hmm.
One label had the business pack on pack. One label, they know what they was talking about. Don't be. I hate that, and I'm sorry, that's a pet peeve for me. But go to the yes, he was the one who wanted. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Everybody know that song. I saw you and him. It really was. And that's possible. And then yes, he was. Yes, he was. Look at his name. I
Orange juice.
come. you know. But you know what? Let me tell you, it all it's basically artist development. When you develop your skill, that's why you have to have a team. We talk about that too. We talk about the team. We talk about the roles of the team. We talk about all of that. We talk about management percentage. We talk about budget sheets. We talk about an artist needs that.
Right.
But and then the thing is, I mean, we have came across where an artist, you know, he had a team. He had a team. His team stuck behind him too, but he just got so big headed, you know, well, they couldn't tell him that, and well,
Got you.
he just left him alone.
Got you. So as an artist, and this is something that's a really good point you brought out. So I'm an artist. I'm coming into my trade, and I have a team of people who's willing to work with me, willing to do whatever I need them to do. What is your advice to an artist in that situation? Because you know that these individuals are taking their time and their energy to make sure everything is running smoothly. He understands everything that he needs to understand. Like when they get the big head, what happened? Just like you said, people left. They don't want to deal with you when you're difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm not either. If I'm managing you and then you just feel like your head just swollen and you ain't never been on now award show, got no awards, and you ain't went past selling maybe 5 CDs out your car, and then you want to get a big hit, I'm not gonna fool with you. I'm not.
So being humble is the key. Staying humble, being willing to be, okay. And guys, see, getting all this good stuff. This is good. Humble. You're starting off, so you need the help. You need somebody to help guide you into that direction. All right, really good stuff. I've learned a lot. Just surface level. To get into, I would, for that artist meet and greet, that seminar you guys are going to do on the 5th. That's going to help deep dive into a lot of these different topics that we brought up, so that way you'll learn more and you'll be able to get more deeper into what it is that they'll need in order to be successful at this trade
Right.
and be successful in this music industry. So, and do any of the people in the chat, do you have any other questions that Miss Shay or Mr. Dot can answer for you? Because, we want our listeners as well that are listening to be able to ask questions, in regards to the music industry and put some stuff out there. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to drop them into the chat so that way they can be answered, or either we can read your comments so people can understand, this is not something really serious. If you're looking to be an artist, you need this information. You need somebody who's willing to share.
Right.
So Pastor Germany said, from my experience, I think young artists should keep their day job until they really hit a good deal. The baby still must eat on your way to the top. Ooh, I agree.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Pastor Germany, for throwing that out.
Your light still gotta stay on too.
Right.
A lot of artists don't understand. A lot of times those competitions or those little things that they see they go to, you have to pay for that. You have to pay either an entry fee, a $5 fee, maybe a $10 fee. You have to pay for that because it's slots. So it's like, let me tell you, I'm gonna say this: don't go broke if you ain't true.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to put all your money in your music career and then with your first show and people don't buy for you and they pick somebody else, you get mad. You done lost all your money. It this music thing is not easy.
Right.
It's not. I tell my artists that all the time. They get frustrated a lot. It's not easy. It's really not. And my artists and them, they get upset because certain things they let people stop them. And I keep telling them, you ain't got the heart for this. If one person piss you off and say one thing, then you get mad. You don't want to rap no more. You ain't got the heart.
Right.
Because you gonna have people talk crap.
But my thing is, I mean, you got, I mean, like Pastor was saying, I mean, I have seen it well, you even had artists that go to competitions and, I mean, yeah, they come at first, they win the big trophy and the money and whatever, whatever. And like you say, I mean, they come back, oh, they didn't quit their job. They think they on their way now. That don't mean that you on your way just because you won this competition or you won that $500,000. Don't mean that you on your way. You still got to put in that work.
But here's
You
the thing:
do.
just because you won a competition, don't mean that the label won't pick you up.
Exactly.
True.
I mean, it don't mean that, it does not mean that being a music artist is a lot of work. It's a job itself.
That's right.
It's a lot of work. Just like when we do the Tower Trust and Believe, it's a lot of work for me. Y'all don't see, certain things. My team see things on me. I get frustrated sometimes because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of people you got to compete. But I don't worry about that because I'm giving out what I'm giving, and that's how artists should feel. You giving your all. Quit worrying about what the next person doing when they hit that stage. If you giving your all, you do your thing. You gonna shine on your own.
Right.
You know. I just say what it is. We had a lot to talk about because our topic today was talking about producers stealing beats.
Yeah, it was because it was really interesting that you do see a lot of people that have had these stories or had these experiences where their beats have been taken, and I was like, how could you do like? But it's the industry, it's the game. This is what happens out
Not
there.
just that, not just that. I say this to any artist, and
It's
it's just
wrong.
something that I do with my artists. When they go to a studio with a producer, I send a contract first with the track that they're doing, so you can sign off. You know that they came with that. You didn't give them that. You sign
Right.
off on it, knowing your acknowledgement that you did not produce this beat. You did not make this beat. I send contracts.
Okay. Okay.
So I send that. I send that. I send contracts. So before my artists hit your studio, they already know, and you already know because you signed off on it that you did not produce this beat.
Right.
We do that. We
Okay.
do that. So,
What's the average
that's what I
cost
do.
of
I don't know
a?
how other managers do.
So what's the average cost of a beat? Like I know you don't get these beats for free. You gotta pay for these beats.
Exclusive, a
Producers
producer
put
put
their
their
own
own
price.
price on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can be anywhere from $300 to $1,000 or more.
Right.
I mean, they put their own thing on it, but I mean,
Look,
when you got
look,
an artist,
I'm in the wrong business. I need to be
Yeah.
producing some beats.
but when you get an artist that buys the beat exclusively from that
Hmm.
producer, and they get another producer to produce their music, that producer that they get to produce their music ain't supposed to touch that beat.
But here's the thing: a lot of artists, you got to know the difference now. You got to know a non-exclusive from an exclusive. If you
Okay.
got something non-exclusive, that means that producer that you brought it from, has to the right to keep selling that beat.
Right.
Now,
Right.
if you bought it exclusively, that means you have bought all rights to it, and you will get a contract paper, an exclusive contract paper between yourself and that producer. That means you own that beat outright. You cannot sell it anymore.
Right.
That's a key thing. So you
So
you have to look for that. That's where the manager can apply.
so this is on the beat tip. Now you also have the writing side of the business as well because people do write. You
Hmm.
have ghostwriters that writes music, they write songs for
We're losing
artists.
you. I think you're breaking.
It's raining real bad over here. I'm sorry, guys.
Hold on. Okay. You got to say it again. Say it again because our signal went out. Say that again.
Okay. You have the writing aspect of music as well, where people actually have ghostwriters that write songs for them, that write lyrics for them, right? So, does the same contracts apply when you're buying, when you're buying people that when people are writing music, they're writing lyrics for you, and you're buying these, it's the same way you buy beats. You have to buy lyrics. You have to buy, no.
It does. It's totally different. When you start doing stuff like that, you do something which is called a split sheet.
Okay.
That means you split the profit.
Okay, so that's a whole nother thing.
Right. You have to pay for me to tell you about that.
Okay, okay. Look, I see Mr. Dot. Look, I saw how his face look. Okay, I'm digressing back. I'm going back on beats. I'm gonna stay in the beat lane.
Absolutely, Miss Ray.
Look, he's like, oh no.
Yeah,
Because
she felt all that death.
no, because I felt that for myself because I'm just saying because I'm in a split sheet with an artist right now, actually.
Okay, So there's other aspects to this, guys. So the game just don't stop right there. We got more that it's more that comes along with that. So these music 101 that you get when you come in here.
Yes.
And $10 is not a lot of money. $10 is like,
But it won't be the
Not for the
work.
center.
Right. The workshop will not be. It will not be on Facebook. You will have to pay at the Cash App. I forgot to put the information in. I apologize. I'm gonna put the information in tonight on the Facebook page. But it will be in a Zoom, so you would have to pay, and then we'll send you the link to the Zoom for you to be in on that. I'm only doing 20 people for the first go round. So first 20 people before June 5th, and I'll do it.
this is a good deal. Guys, that's a good deal. You can't beat that. That's a good deal. Look, you spend $10. Just look. Pastor Germany says writers will, in most cases, negotiate a percentage of the ultimate royalty.
Yes.
Okay, all right, all right,
That's a part of your split sheet.
right. All right, getting all this free stuff, free game coming.
Yeah.
So all these independent. So do you think? So I'm gonna have a question for both of you guys. Do you think that there are a lot more independent artists than there are artists that are actually signed to a record label, or do you think it's like a 50-50 split right now?
It's like a 50.
Okay. And if you have to select a record label right now that an artist should think about even signing to, what would be your best choice of a record label to sign to, or do we have to pay for that?
So no problem. Jive.
Okay. Okay.
But the thing, with some of this, because from our experience, we have had some people that, we were actually going to send their stuff to a record label.
Mm-hmm.
You got to follow the directions the record labels give you when you send it in something.
It's deadline.
Then you got to meet the deadline. I mean, you just can't go send it in when you decide you want to send it in.
Mm.
It's deadlines. It's deadlines.
So have you had any artists that actually missed the mark because they didn't meet the deadlines?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah. They were given a second chance, and they screwed it up the second time.
Oh man. Oh, this is interesting. Interesting.
I mean, and this is the thing. I'm not telling you stuff that I heard. I'm telling you actual stuff that we've had.
You've experienced on your own with artists that you deal with.
Like you hear me say before I did the tower, I had my consultant company, and then right along with the consultant company, like I said, I was a senior VP of a label. Not gonna get into that story, but then I went ahead and did the tower.
Okay. So for me, I'm thinking like, you've had the experiences with different artists. You've had the experience of having to submit stuff to record labels. That's stuff that you need to know. Like if I'm submitting something to a record label, it has to be in a certain way, certain fashion. And I know you ain't gonna tell it to us all in this sitting, but I'm just saying, you have to come with the come on. It has to be some type of order and look professional.
Right.
So who puts that together? What you're submitting to the record label? Is it you, the artist, or is it your team?
Everybody, it's your team. I mean, it's the team. But like I said, the artist that missed the mark, it's the team. It's the team, and the reason why they missed the mark is because the producer wanted to do too much. And I'll talk into that a little bit more. There's boundaries, and there's steps that you're supposed to be in. You don't have a label where the producer is trying to run everything. They don't do that.
Okay.
You'll never go to Sony or Arista or Jive or Columbia, and you're gonna see the producer up in the meeting trying to run stuff. That's not how that works. No.
Okay.
And that was their downfall. And then there was an artist that came to me. The producer didn't want to use his song because he didn't produce it.
Okay.
So the artist left there late.
So all these just different things happening. It's just a lot.
Not only that, I mean, when you send something, make sure that it goes in and out. Because the reason why I said that because you send it to it, then again you send it to it on the main street labels, and
The
see
the CD got
got stuck.
stuck, and
Ooh.
they sent me an email, and they were like, "The CD got stuck." I was like, "The CD got stuck." You need to understand if you're gonna send a demo. I tell people, don't even send a CD, send an MP3.
Right.
So chances went down the drain with that one.
Send an MP3, and these people sent a CD with the cover on it, and the paper was so hard
That it got stuck.
it got
I
stuck.
had that happen to me before. So yeah, you know.
With the modern way, nobody sends CDs anymore. We don't do
Mm-mm.
that no more.
Mm-mm.
The-
I think that was
People
like
use
in
people
nine.
use TikTok. People use Instagram. People use Facebook. They use Twitter. They use social media. They don't use that anymore.
Oh wow. So this is some good stuff. I mean, you're able to learn some of the different challenges that people have had in the industry from your experiences, because you guys probably have a lot of different things that you've experienced with different people.
Right.
Look, Pastor Germany say technology has changed some aspects of the profession.
Yes.
Marketing is one on another level. They don't even make cards anymore with.
Seriously.
That's true. That is true.
Here's another thing that I had a meeting. I took an artist to a meeting because the artist came to one of our meet and greets, and he met with the label the next day, and he wanted us to go. And I do charge for that. If you don't have, you know, you need me to go with you, and your manager doesn't know, and I charge for that. He's like, it's what, $25 to go with you. So we got there, and to the label's office and everything and whatever. And so I was like, well, okay, what's the aspects of what you use? That's why I say you need to have a manager that has knowledge of what's going on. I said, okay, well, show me the marketing strategies that you guys use for your artists to get out there. They come handing me download cards. Okay, so the artist that was with us, and that's why I say artists, you have to use your mind and read too. The artist that was with us, he was just so giddy by that, and I told him, I said, let me explain something to you. I don't know, and I told his manager, I said, let me explain something to you. That's your artist. If your artist walks in a club with a download card and gives that to a DJ, he gonna look at your ass crazy. He gonna look at you crazy.
So what? With a download card, what do you do
Okay,
with that?
their download, this label specifically use download cards. Their download cards mean you have to go to a computer and you
Mm-hmm.
have to download the information to hear the track. Who the hell rides with the computer all day? You see me at a gas station. Do you think I'm gonna take a download card and let you sit there in front of me and I try to download that? It doesn't work on a cell phone. You have to do it on a computer or a tablet. That's crazy.
Look.
Yes, we do. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Why would I? That is. Why would I give somebody a download card? You can't even give an A&R person. He gonna look at you crazy. A A&R cannot go back to the label and hand a download card to them. That does not make sense. That is so. So we're in the meeting. I'm gonna keep telling you. So we're in the meeting, and one thing I hate, and it's just me. I can't say hate. It's just a pet peeve of mine. I can't stand a person that's trying to get an artist, but you lying the whole damn time. You understand what I'm saying? We're in the meeting. He's talking to the artist. I'm just sitting here because I'm helping the other manager out, and myself and Mr. Dot. So we're helping him out. And he tells the artist, he said, hey, let me show you my distribution sheet. So I'm like, okay, let's see that, distribution sheet. He was like, okay, let me go get it for you. He comes back. He says, this is what they mailed to me. Okay, here's the thing. We're sitting in the meeting. We hear the printer goes off. He's printing out this sheet and he's handing it to us and say it was in the mail. He's showing a sheet of, and see, this is why I say artists pay attention. The artist that was with us, he really thought it was distribution. I'm like, okay, I can tell you don't really read nothing. This was saying distribution centers all over the world. This didn't say anything was given to him. You get what I'm saying? That's why it pays for you to read. That's why I say it pays for you to have a manager that knows what's going on.
Right.
Because if I was not there to help them, they would have been screwed. They would have signed that 80/20 contract to a label that don't have money. How are you a label with no money? How are you gonna put me out
If you ain't got no money,
if you don't have any money?
it means I'll just be sitting here waiting until you get some money.
I've had to do, and that's another thing. Make sure that you have managers that know how to do video concepts. Make sure your managers know how to get people out to help you do video concepts. This label didn't even know how to do that. A record label that's not consistent to people. I just say that. A record label has teams. You have CEO. You have
This is
VP.
this is
You have
so
senior this. You have A&R. You have management.
right.
You have PR. You need PR. You
You
need
gotta have public relations people.
you need that.
Right.
You need that. You have
Right.
a team. You have an assistant manager.
Mm-hmm.
You have a road manager. You have a tour manager. You need this stuff.
Yep.
Now, I guess I was boring some people. We got down to 4 viewers. I'm giving y'all some game.
Hey, it's stuff that you will not go get anywhere else.
But a lot of people, when you come on here, you're gonna hear music, but you're gonna it's a radio show. We're giving you. You don't have a lot of online radio shows that won't even tell you this. They gonna
Yep.
charge you to sing your music in. They gonna charge you 10, 20, 10, $5 to come up on to come up and be ahead of this person, ahead of that. That's not how the game is supposed to be.
Right. Right.
It's not. It's not supposed
Yep.
to be like that. So I know, Nikisha, I know you said I know you asked me something about I forgot some of the questions you had.
I had wrote down the questions. I asked quite a bit of the questions that I had asked early on because these are things I was thinking of. Like if I'm somebody that's new and that's coming into the game, what is everything that I need to know? Like, do I, if I want to know about record labels, do I need to research them? What do I need to do? Because who knows?
You should. As an artist, if you want to do your homework just to be secure, even though you have a manager, it's good to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
never knock my artists. I want them to learn.
Right. How do I build a relationship with a record label? Like, who's supposed to be responsible for building that relationship?
I mean, you're never gonna build a relationship with a label. You're a dollar sign to a label. You ain't gonna never. Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna never see ever, ever. And I'm saying it now. You've never seen an artist that you see at a party with Tony Mottola. You see Clive Davis at a couple of parties. They ain't never. How many of them artists ever been to Clive home? Maybe one. Whitney Houston.
That's once you getting further up in the game. So you've established yourself in the game. You are a well established artist at that point. So you're at this point. So how do I get connected with a record label? Do they just come to my manager and say, "Hey," or the AR person? It's like the AR person. They have to come to your people.
They have to see. They come to your people.
Okay.
Doing something. You know what I'm saying? You got to be doing something in the game. That's why it pays for you to have your social media page on point. It pays for you to do things that are on point and how you do stuff.
So you saying the best thing for a person to do that's very new to this, they need to go out there, they need to book these venues, have shows,
Their fan base up.
get their fan base up, get people
Book a show if you don't have a fan. Yeah.
right.
Send that music to the Tower Radio Show 1 @gmail.com.
Bam.
It's at the bottom, y'all. Read the bottom of the screen. It's going across the banner. You're gonna see the banner with the radio show email on there. So
You have to build a fan base. How can how A&R not gonna come to you? You gotta have a fan base. You gotta have a fan base. You gotta be out there. Your name has to be known.
So am I expecting the Tower Radio Show to bring me a fan base, or am I gonna have a fan base once I bring my already ready to listen to my stuff?
This is my thing. If you're already an artist and you've been started out and you've been doing this more than 3 months or 2 months or whatever, your fan base should be up there. Now,
Right.
let me say this because I know when I first started out, like I said with this label, when I first started out, when I say fan base, I don't mean all your followers or your family members. I mean they your fans, but that's you. It's people. You need to have people that don't know you.
Right.
That's what
That generally, genuinely,
love
or
you.
love your music. Right.
Most definitely.
So where do most artists like build their fan base? Like, how do you get as an artist?
On their social media page, doing what they do. They love music, doing what they do. You know,
So they just put it out there, share, share, share. Listen to my music.
they interview. This is all a part. When you do stuff like this is what is called a press kit.
Got
And
you.
you know, our people look at that. And people don't do them by paper anymore. They're done digitally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Alrighty. There's some good stuff. And does networking with other artists help too? Because that can, you got other artists that have fan base and they hear your music on the Tower Radio and they might hear it and be like, yeah, I like this artist.
You want to network. You want to network yourself. You want to network. That's the key thing. You want to network.
Right. Look, they giving y'all all this good stuff and y'all ain't right. Look, y'all need to be getting your pen and paper and writing this stuff down.
Y'all making me go to the White Cook.
Look, nah, you ain't going to no White Cup. Ain't nothing in there but juice. That's pineapple juice. She ain't got nothing in that White Cup. We from Texas, but that ain't what we about.
No, I don't drink.
Powerful show.
Go ahead, Keisha.
So Pastor Germany said, powerful show. I'll be sure to tag some artists I know so they can benefit from some of this rich knowledge. I have to run. I love you guys. We love you too, Pastor Avery. Thank you for joining us.
Man, so I mean, it's all about how you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you do it. It's the key of learning what you need to learn. You know,
Attitude is everything, though. I'm with you on that, Miss Shay and Mr. Dodd. Attitude is everything about how you come into this, because if you don't have the right attitude coming into this, then how are you going to be successful? And you are the key to your own success. So if you don't make it at this, it's not because Miss Dot or Miss Shay, Mr. Dot or Miss Shay had anything to do with it. It's because you didn't put forth the effort to do what you need to do. You're the master of your own destiny. You gotta put forth that. What is it? Faith without works is dead. You can't have faith and then don't work at it, folks. That ain't how it go. Look at Mr. Genuine.
And the thing
We
is,
love you too, Genuine.
the thing is, see, a lot of people don't know, but they make friends with just about everybody.
She do.
So
She
I
make
mean,
friends.
that's what I know about, a lot of these labels, like Jive and what's the
Arista.
Arista and all them.
She makes friends with a lot of people.
Even
Yeah.
with some of them.
She's a super she's an extreme extrovert. Okay, so this show is everything. This is the one platform. Yeah.
Oh, we appreciate that. We try.
Thank you, Genuine.
We try. We try to do this. Like I said, it's a lot of online radio shows. I don't know how they do what they do, and I'm not knocking nobody by any means. However you can do it, help somebody. But I know just me personally, yeah, they do play a lot of artists that are unsigned or underground, but you're charging them. They're trying to get there, and that's why I did the tower. I mean, I'm not. You ain't gotta pay to get on here. You submitted to that. You see that ticker going down. You submitted to that email. It's gonna get played.
And the one thing about it is you play everybody's music. So you give them the opportunity to be heard. You might not get the opportunity for your stuff to be heard if you do it anywhere else. But here they give you a fair shot. They put your stuff out there so it can be heard.
And then not only on here, I mean, it's played 24 hours a day on Live 365. So you see
Right.
on the website. You go there, your music is played 24 hours a day.
Can't beat that because you're not paying for it.
No,
Not paying for it at all.
nope, not at all. We love it. We're doing it. Because we got that soon to be volume one past the mic coming up.
That's gonna be good.
Can't wait to do that. But like I said, if you guys are interested in the music one-on-one workshop,
And guys, with Pastor Mike, here's the thing. This is something that Miss Shay and Mr. Dot has offered to do, and this is at no charge. You're not even paying for that, right? Ladies and gentlemen, for the
well,
Pastor Mike.
no,
Pastor, no, you're not paying for Pastor Mike. So giving you got a free platform to do Pastor Mike. Here's the thing. Share, share, share. You know this is something that you finna jump on and you finna do. Share it with your fan base and have your fan base on here to hear you do the Pastor Mike. So that way they'll have an opportunity to hear your raw talent without you having to, already have the song played. They can hear you freestyle. Because that's what Pastor Mike is. Let's see your freestyle skills.
all right.
So, yep, the show is one of the best shows and platforms around. I salute all three of you. Thank you, Genuine. We salute you too.
Thank you so much, man. Woo, I tell you. Well, we had a lot. I didn't get to the contract breakdown because
That's our burning action right there.
and that's a part of the music one-on-one workshop. Like I said, it's $10. And we're not begging anybody to come. So if you want to go, pay your $10. You can go. Um, it's up to you. It's truly
Yep.
up to you. It's up to you if you want to do it, And then if you don't want to do it, you want to, you feel comfortable with talking with me and Mr. Dot personally, send us a messenger, or send us an email.
Right.
And we can set up a meeting and we can talk personally.
Miss Shay, this is one thing I'm gonna say here. If they think $10 is begging, really, folks, really, really, $10 is begging. Some of y'all spend more than that on Bluebell ice cream in the stove. So stop playing.
So,
$10 is not begging.
but
That is
because a lot of people think, let me say this, not trust me, we don't need the money.
no.
We not rich, like that, but we
If
don't
you doing this for free, so how?
because what's gonna happen, and I can tell you, anybody who gets in, all those $10 are gonna go towards buying awards for the award show.
Exactly.
So, even though I myself,
Right.
it's a way back to invest. And the reason why I do this is not only that I try to do it, just like with my artists and my two artists, you get a chance to ever meet them when I bring them in for interview, and it's at that time when I think they're ready, they can tell you they pay dues.
Right.
They can't even be late to a meeting. They're
But
scared to be late.
but here's the thing. When you say that you're giving it to 200 people, that's 200 people that you could be networking with that are in the same boat as you that's trying to break into the music.
20 people. It's gonna be
20 people. So you're networking with 20 other people who are in the same boat as you that can share some of their thoughts and their ideas. What perfect way to be able to brainstorm with others who are needing the same type of help that you're needing. And then you
right,
all are able to collaborate and come together in one big forum.
right. And the
That's
reason why,
networking.
yeah, and the reason why we did it cash out is because with the Eventbrite, I didn't feel comfortable with a $10 fee for the event with us, and then a $2 fee to Eventbrite. No, I didn't feel comfortable, so I just did it cash out, and the cash out goes straight to the Tyler Radio Show cash out. It does not come to me personally. It does not come to any of the crew members. It doesn't come to Mr. Dot. It goes straight to the Tyler Radio Show. That's to invest in buying awards for the award show.
I know that's right, Craig. Say that again. Real talk, Craig.
So the event will not be the workshop will not be on Facebook. The workshop will be on Zoom. So it'll be a Zoom workshop, so I can be able to have everybody in there. Then, but I will be after this workshop and getting everything together and getting everybody with the path tonight. I am gonna send out an email, artist versus artist, and you're gonna do that live on Facebook. So that'll be I'm gonna talk with the team and see what they think about that. But it's gonna be artist versus artist. So you got to be ready for that. It's just how bad do you want it? Artist versus artist.
And ladies and gentlemen, you pay for workshops in business. We pay for workshops all the time. We attend different seminars, and they're not $10. We pay like $300, $400 just to go fly to, and we have to pay to fly to the seminar ourselves to
I,
attend the seminar.
I would love to know because my music classes start at $1,700.
Right? That's what I'm saying. You we pay to see other people who go to school to get knowledge, to give us the knowledge. We pay for that in other industries. So that's not for you to do it here and only pay to go attend a workshop on Zoom for $10. I paid $10 for my son to do a beginner's coding club on Zoom. And that's just basic coding, like basic coding, like make the dog go left. So I'm just it's, man, come on, really.
Yeah. So
So share one of the things Miss Dot and Miss Dot and Mr. Dot say, share. So if you are interested, please share with others who are interested, because this is the only way that you will get additional knowledge in regards to the things that we've covered on this show, to go more in depth on these topics. And these individuals, the two that are sitting right here next to me, are going to provide that additional knowledge. Look, I don't want to ask too many deep questions, because I don't want my friend to have a hole in the back of her hair while it's turned the other way. So I'm not gonna get too deep in it.
but you can ask.
I can ask, but I know it's only so much you gonna give out of that.
You can ask. You can ask.
I can ask. Okay. So, one of my burning things, like if I'm entry level, because every job you go to, and a job is a job is a job. So entry level into the record business as an artist, is there an entry level starting point of your contract as far as how much you get, or is it just based on your talent?
It's based on the label.
Okay.
What they want to do.
What is the smallest amount you've ever seen somebody make? Like, from your experience with dealing with a contract? Like, what's the smallest you've seen somebody offered?
I think the smallest we've seen was the young man that did the loyalty contract, no such thing, no such thing. And he wasn't getting anything because they were getting 50% of everything. He was basically just out there performing for free.
Interesting.
Just performing for free.
Interesting. OMG. Have you guys ever did have you ever put together like a talent show where you had artists to come in to perform at a event place, and before in the past when you guys were having to manage artists and help with getting artists established?
I did. Myself and the other radio personality on here, Big Will, we helped out someone do a show. I think I want to say it was back in 2010, about 2010. And we wind up, my thing was, I thought the young lady had control of her show, knew what she was doing. That's how I met Trill Spitter.
Got you.
Through that. And she had no knowledge of her own show. And I'm one of the people, when I do something, I do it by the books. Mr. Doc can tell you I do it by the books. I pay for the permits. This young lady didn't even pay for the permits. I pay for the permit. Because anywhere in your city, you're doing something out and it's in a park or anything like that, you have to buy permits.
Okay.
I paid for the permits. It was so much of a discrepancy with it. One of the DJs we had out there, he was about to be robbed. So it's like you have to really pay attention to the location of where you were. And this was just, it wasn't even my event. It was me helping somebody, helping a friend of mine to help her.
Okay.
And, I think we lost good whopper money.
Okay.
Good whopper friendships. We lost over 100 different people. different because of this situation. I always say if you're gonna do something like that, and I brought my artists out, and it was a catastrophe. I don't like to put my artists in a predicament to where something is not organized. I'm not gonna put them in something that's not organized.
Got
It's
you.
organized, and I had to really apologize to them. You know, but you have to pay attention to what you're doing.
So you live and you learn
Yeah,
with doing things in this sense in the
yeah,
music industry. So it's a lot of lessons you guys have learned along the way.
yes.
That's
Oh,
good. You don't get better until you learn them lessons, and
yeah.
then
I
you
always
do it
learn
different.
lessons. But thank God I'm still, even though I don't manage the other guys no more, but I still communicate with some of them.
Okay. Well, that's really good to know. Good to know that you are aware of how to set those things up and how to do those particular things.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
most definitely. I'm a contract person now.
So you don't deal. You just deal mainly with looking at contracts and
No,
negotiate.
I look at contracts for people, but as far as when it comes to my artists or things, I send out contracts.
Okay.
I send out quote sheets and things, and I line up their before they hit, like I said, the studio. I send out what needs to be done, what this is, how it is. You sign off on it. I do things like that.
Okay.
I protect my artists at all costs.
All right. Well, look, I don't have no more questions. I think you pretty much answered all the stuff that I had out there to
Yeah.
ask.
You guys have any questions for me? Craig and Genuine and Pastor Avery, they've been asking about, I don't even know how many years we have been here. Excuse me, guys. Oops.
Oh,
Up, up, up. 2:45 in the morning.
Now, shout out to Trill Spiller. He's back from Vegas. He was supposed to come up in the show. I think he probably got caught up, but shout out to Trill.
All right, Trill. Yeah, he's supposed to come back from Vegas and share those winnings.
I don't want no DJ Trill. Now,
be like be like Fred G. Sanford, lost all your funds in Vegas.
right?
Be hitchhiking home like Fred.
So, but no, I appreciate all the viewers that really, come into our lives and follow us.
Yes. Trill is real lively. I like his personality and his energy that he
He's
brings when he
all
gets on the show. Yeah,
yeah. You
he's super
guys,
lively.
y'all think he's alive like that, just talking. Y'all need to see him perform. I've had the chance to see him perform. He's
Yeah.
way wilder than that.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So, Mr. Dot, you've been sitting here quietly. Do you have any questions for me, Miss Shay? None? Oh, okay. No, it doesn't have to be any question. Any question. Do you have anything, any topic or anything or something like that? Y'all want to talk
we
about?
put on all the topic. Except for that Greg Abbott
Yeah, Miss Keisha. How you feel about that? We're gonna talk a little bit about that, even though I'm talking a little bit about the music. So y'all stay up in the line with us. Give us y'all opinion about that, because we all in here from different states and different things. Everybody government is different. We have a be careful. I don't want to be in Facebook. Yeah.
What's the question about Greg Abbott? About the mask mandate and him trying to find. But this is the thing that I heard, guys. I heard that the businesses still have the right to decide on their own whether or not people will be able to come in their establishment with or without the mask.
That's
He
true.
can't mandate. Yeah, he can't mandate that. That's their private business. It's private property. You can't mandate that. Now
Let me
federal.
let me just say this, and I may be in Facebook jail. Genuine shout out to you because you got out, bro. Uh, Greg Abbott is an ass.
Nah, Miss Shay. Nah, Miss Shay. We gonna be in jail.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all feel about y'all politicians. Y'all stay where y'all are, but here and where we are, Texas, Greg Abbott is an ass.
I rep the Democratic Party, so
He's an ass.
I'm a Democrat.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this. You got some asses as Democrats too.
So here's the thing, guys. And this is the thing. In every party, you're gonna have somebody that you're not gonna agree with. That's just the gist of it, you know. But you got to go with who you feel represents a majority of what your views are and what you're looking for. And I don't think that that the Republican Party represents a lot of the views that I have. You know, Greg Abbott. You know, there's some decisions that I feel that he's making that are strictly about the financial aspect of this state staying afloat, but not about the lives, about the people. You know, and to go along with, you know, saying, hey, you know, I'm gonna just, let's just all take them off. You know, just take it all off. It's like, dude, even in the schools, we got all these kids, you trying to send them back to a classroom unequipped, not even ready to protect them against anything that could possibly happen.
I just say this, you know, they're talking about the COVID shots, each his own. I'm not getting it. I'm sorry. I know Miss Keisha got hers, you know.
Yeah, I did, and I tell people to, it's everybody, it's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Miss Kitty, did you get your second?
I got my second one.
Okay, who did you go with?
I went with Moderna.
Okay, because y'all some fools. Y'all walk around here thinking it's Johnson Johnson. I already got a lawsuit for tap pop. I'm not putting down one of.
Look at your great grand. They got a lawsuit that your great grands go get paid off of.
Okay.
By the time they get it settled.
I mean, I think that this each his own. But the way this is transpiring to me, and it's just my opinion, you know, all of a sudden now you have a vaccine. Now people can take their mask off. Now it's going back to this, it's going back to that. Make you wonder, was this ever really real?
Look, here you go, conspiracy. You gonna be like the one to count votes over again in Arizona.
My thing is this though. It's just my thing is this though. You know, even when they was talking about it on the news, now you got them saying now hospitals are just saying people died of COVID and that's what they died of. Come on now. So I tell you.
That is real.
It's real, but it ain't that.
Everybody that they said died of COVID, I don't think died of it.
I know we know it's real because we see how it's impacting, you know, other countries and what's going on. You know, you see what's happening over there in India right now with all those people dying. You know, we know COVID is real. We've even seen the effects of COVID here in the United States. But the thing about it is, I do agree that some of the deaths that they're naming are not necessarily related to COVID that we saw in the numbers that were reported. But, you know, neither here or there.
Yeah, I'm not saying
No.
Right.
it's not real. I mean, COVID. Actually, my cousin had COVID, and I had the chance to really talk to him on video and just look at how he was feeling, and you know, it hurt me to my heart to see him like that. But I still say this: if you don't want to get a shot. Me myself, put your mask on. I want my mask. I don't let people walk up on me.
Right.
People walked up on me before COVID anyway. So I mean, I never really nobody. I mean, that's just me, you know. 'Cause a lot of times people walk up on you, they spitting. I don't want you spitting on me while you talking, you know. But that's just me. I didn't ever let people walk up on me for COVID. So you know, that's just me. Just give me 50 feet. Don't give me no seats. Give me 50. Even in the grocery store, when there's a bunch of people on the aisle, just stop laughing. I'm like, I'm going on the next aisle. It's just too many people on the. Well,
Yeah.
Well, I have a phobia of grocery stores anyway. When it's packed, it messes with my anxiety.
Yep.
I can't stand it. I thank God for DoorDash and deliveries.
I mean, they got all kind of options out there.
'Cause
Every store.
I'm not a store person. I can't handle it. It
Look,
messes with my anxiety.
look, they order so much the delivery people gonna be a part of their family in a minute.
They be knowing me by name already.
They do.
They know my house, except for that one girl who took my groceries to the wrong house.
She took them to the wrong house.
Girl, she took my groceries to the wrong house, and I was so pissed. And you know, Sam's is very expensive to me. Well, it's not expensive. I'm just saying, you know. And it was at the point, you know, when the people, they were like, well, what do you want us to do? I was like, I want you to go grab my shit.
You need to give me my groceries that I ordered, right? Because it was your delivery person that delivered them to the wrong place. Yeah.
So,
Which they want you to do. That's the question they ask you.
Yeah. I want my $147 worth of stuff. That's what they want. Yeah. But while we got our viewers on here, genuine. I hope you still in the building because I'm gonna play your joint that you sent to us today, man. It's called Face My Demon.
All right.
We're gonna get into this. Here we go.
Take a hard look at my life. Am I living it right? Are the pains in my chest, is that coming here right? If I'm staring in the mirror, could I see any clearer? Or should I grab the wind axes to make the view clearer? Should never told y'all about PTSD. Naked thoughts that I might commit mass murder to be. Well, certainly, but first close some curtains be. Now grab the pill bottle, the body your hurt be. Fuck my pancreatitis. I'ma drink again. Double shot to 151, and this bottle with gin. Look at the proper skin. Look at the medicine fatty, man. This medicine could kill an animal. Not sedate them be. And this murder that I wrote, when I die, you quote. If I'm sick of ill, but don't call me woke. Call me psycho lyrics with less to be like Michael King Kong. Married to the game, but with the rice.
You're facing all your demons, pain that causes sins. I won't stop fighting these demons, pain inside your mind.
Yeah. It's a puzzle to the one I seek. Every blunt that I consume make my heart weak, choking, trying to find some air in the spirit realm, but I forgot how I got there. All I know is it's past 12. My neighbor's asleep. Now I think I can hurt myself. The way to keep it down, the less that I'm bleeding now. Forgot to turn my speaker off, and now they're bigger on my walls now. But I can't see the pills on my living floor, or the knife that I brought from Walmart, the ground floor. Smile laughing when I laugh, but inside I'm thinking that tonight will be the night that I end my life. I fucked so many people over, so this is that closure. As soon as my life's over, what's the note to these broken words? What's the broken bottles and these pill bottles from the open verse? Fuck all this medicine bear and all this Cetrin, ADHD, anxiety. I ain't taking this Ritalin for psychiatrists knew me. They knew that I was a loner. See, I ain't never raped nobody in my life, but this beat, I'm a loner. The day I committed suicide, but the day that I rushed aside, that I laid out of the street, covering all this pesticide. Words that spit is phenomenal, astronomical. Rookie of the year, head of the class, honorable.
You're facing all your demons, pain that causes sins. I won't stop fighting these demons, pain inside your mind. You're facing all your demons, pain that causes sins. I won't stop fighting these demons, pain inside your mind.
Genuine. Boy.
Facing all your demons.
Well, you forever, ever, ever, ever. And then 25 and you bringing these things.
What's
So,
up, Trill?
Trill, so we waiting on you to get up in here. I'll see you this week. Take your messages. I think you need to come up in here. We need some Trill spitter up in the building.
Look, that was deep. Genuine always goes deep.
Yeah, so we need, yeah, Genuine and Gina stay bringing that deep
He
music.
goes deep.
Deep music. Come on, Trill, because I sure want to know what type of gift I got.
What you bring back? What you bring back?
You want to know if you got? You want to know if you got a rubber band? You want to know if you the rubber band man?
Need some bands.
Hey,
The
Trill,
baby.
I'm gonna send you the link while we sitting here. Let me copy and send it to you real quick.
He said the bands. I need the bands.
Trill, I want to know what you got for me. I want to know. I want to know if I got to come and find you and do a 245 in the morning on you.
2:45 in the morning.
Find that for a Trill. We waiting on the Trill, man. I want
Hmm.
to hear. I want to hear about this Vegas trip you took, Trill. I want to know. I want to know, man. Oh, and Mama saying, where my money?
That's what she said. I see her. Ha!
Money for mom.
Money for mom. That is funny.
Probably stay on here just a tad bit longer, for y'all to kind of laugh with us and John. We've been giving so much info, we ain't had a chance to joke with us. Shout out to that boy Genuine again, because he out of that lockdown off that Facebook.
Shout out Genuine.
I'm good. We still here, huh, Mr. Dot, Miss Keisha? We ain't on lockdown.
Right?
While we
Right.
trips, you
No,
know.
no Facebook jail.
So let me say this to all the artists, we're gonna be getting ready very soon to do that pass the mic. But before that, we're gonna do that music 101 workshop. So if you wanna be a part of that, be checking out the Facebook later on. I'm gonna post that up there. Yes, we're gonna play 245, but we waiting on Trill Spitter to hit the building. We just sent them the link.
Look at Mama Carol rooting for that 245.
They be waiting. They be trying to get that Trill Spitter. 'Cause a lot of people see it up there. Trill Spitter HSM. If you don't know what that means, that's Trill Spitter Hit Squad Music. So, you always hear him say that Hit Squad.
Do, 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 do.
We waiting on you, Trill, because I sure want to know. We gonna play some TJ Macro too, but I'm waiting on that Trill. Because I want to know. You showed me a lot of shows. I mean, a lot of shops and a live. Did y'all get us something out them shops? I just want to know. I want to know. I really want to know. So I'm waiting on you, Trill. Waiting on you.
Phasar, TJ May.
We gonna play some. We waiting on our boy Trill to hit.
I know I learned a lot from just this show. Just asking questions and finding out information. Knowledge is key to everything. And reading is fundamental to all things.
You know what they say, knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
I be thinking I be doing good. I try to go, I'm not saying I know everything about the game. I try to go to school and learn a little bit more.
But I think the main thing of what you're saying is they need to read. Don't just go from word of mouth. Whatever people put in front of you, read it. And if you're not sure, then say, hold on, let me get back to you on that. I'm going to take a look at it and get back to you. And then get
Right.
somebody else to look it over for you as well.
Right.
Yep.
And then a lot of stuff also is to make sure that you have your stuff prepared too, because it's not just on the manager and on the AR people and on the record label, but the artist has to be prepared as well.
Right.
And then
If you hit the link, I'm just
So the artist gotta know, I mean, if it don't sound right, they gonna have to speak up. They don't go by what your manager said, whatever. If it don't sound right to you,
right.
it don't sound.
So here's a question I have while we waiting on Trill. If I don't have a fan base, then what do I? Because I mean, like I come and I'm wanting to be a star, but I don't have a fan base. So
That's part of artist development too. You gotta,
like,
put that together. You gotta be an artist. Start putting stuff out there. You in the studio, you rapping songs. even doing some freestyles just to let people, get a taste of who you are.
Right.
Hmm.
Like cause I just see it, and I want to make sure that artists understand that it's not up to the record label or the AR people to bring you a fan base, or Michelle, Mr. Dot, or the manager. They're not supposed to bring you a fan base. You're supposed to have one established. It's supposed to be there already.
Right. I apologize, y'all. This light going on my hand. But yeah, but no, it's to each his own. I say, you have to have a team like Genuine. I know a lot of the people he has on here. They're like a team. They do their thing.
Right.
Like Mr. Johnny and TJ May and Faisal. That's a team. You gotta have a team. Just like with the Tower, we have a team. Me and Mr. Doc can't do this without all these names you see up under here. You know,
Right.
it's the thing. Shout out to you, Rain from Heaven, man.
Yep. Shut up, Rain.
It's not. It takes a lot. Trill, did you get lost? Is it that you ain't got my schedule? Did you get lost? No, we waiting on you, Trill. But now to each his own. You just gotta pay attention to what you're doing. Basically, it's a pay attention thing.
I think it's really good that you guys are like, again, I'm gonna say this over and over again. It's free. Somebody's offering something for free to get your music out there, to allow for you to have a platform where you can invite others to hear your music.
Right.
So if you know that you are submitting songs, and you know Miss Dot, Mr. Shea is going to play your songs, heck, you can reach out to them and say, "Hey, I want to do a listening party for my people
Right.
on your platform." On your platform.
Yeah. And let me say this. I know yesterday, one of the artists came in and he said that he was muting his music when it was on the live with me. So I did go in and I did kind of research and find out some things about Facebook. Here's the thing. It's not our show muting your music when you submit music to us. It is Facebook. It's something when the song is being played that they're hearing something that may be owned by somebody else. So it's a copyright type of thing. So it's not coming from the tower. It's basically an infringement thing. So if you're listening to the live and when it comes to your song or something like that and it's muted, that means that it flagged they flagged your song for that amount of minutes because of copyrights. That means that your song matches something in their infringement clause. So I just want to put that out there. It has nothing to do with the tower. Trust me, I went through every nook and cranny to find out. It
To
has
figure it out.
with the show. Yeah, because I promised that. I said I was going to figure it out and find out. But it has nothing to do with the show. It's something in your song, which is basically a copyright infringement. So something is there that's making them pause it for that amount of time. I just wanted to put that out there.
All right.
Yeah, copyright is a big part of music world.
It is. I remember. Yeah, I remember at the very beginning when you first started doing this show, you used to run into some of those issues at the beginning. So it's very real, guys. What she's saying is super real, because I remember those first few shows. You was getting flagged every time.
Right? Because I was like, we started out fresh, and I'm like, I gotta put some cussing to that. Oh wait a minute,
There was the
but
music.
it was something
Right.
in the music that was getting us flagged. And if for those who don't believe me, go Google it on YouTube. It's a guy that held a whole infringement course on how they pick it up. And I didn't even know, a lot of people had infringed Beyonce. She infringed somebody's song. So, we gotta look at we waiting on Trill. Come on, we got while we waiting on Trill, let's see here. Let's see what we gonna play while we waiting on Trill. I'm gonna play Azar and TJ Crow together patiently.
close. Sometimes we don't see the better side. And these times, they make us who we are. I know it hurts and we've already come too far to realize I ain't never giving up on you. I'll be waiting patiently for you. Got me waiting patiently for you. Looking at the times that we had, wasn't it enough? Hope you could stay. Thinking that a love like this gone away, I don't know what to say. Ooh, if it's you, boy, I ain't never getting over you. Says we can handle this, but I need some patience too. I'll be waiting patiently for you. Got me waiting patiently for you. I can feel it in my heart, even though we are apart, and I just can't explain the way I feel about you. I don't want it to be over. I want you right by my side through the days and nights, waiting for you. I'll be waiting patiently for you. Got me waiting patiently for you. I can feel you through the day and night, the day and night. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh, I did a 2 for 1. A 2 for 1.
I love it. I love that song when I first heard it.
And that's 2 for 1 right there.
Yes. So you got TJ May and Phasar and one Miss Carol.
So you know what? I think tomorrow, so we wanted to just go ahead and just do a straight vote to start from the top for the roster and play every song and just let viewers just vote. Just
Yep.
do a voting show and
Yep.
we'll give viewers opinions on it. We'll do a voting show. Viewers want to ask questions. That's perfectly okay. We're just gonna do a voting show and just let people do what they do. I think I gave enough on the info.
Look, I think you gave a lot. You gave more than enough.
Yeah, enough on the info. I guess I don't know. I think Trill was having some issues earlier. He was saying, "Sorry, I'm late." Car trouble and family. Okay, so we
Okay.
got the Trill. She said 245. 245 to pull it. Okay, we're gonna play that. We're gonna play that. We're gonna play that. Without further ado, I think that's Mr. Dot Jam is there.
2:45 in the morning.
All right.
He tried to take your cornbread.
Cookie, while we waiting, still waiting on our brother Trill, without further ado, this for you, Trill, since we know you out there having some things going on. But this for you right here. Trill Spitter 245.
Squad motherfucking me music, man. Trill Spitter, nigga. Yeah. I say 2:45 in the morning. Get up. I say it's 2:45 in the morning. Get up. 2:45 in the morning. And the trap house in that motherfucker booming. Play after play, I swear to God, I be zoning. Whip game, proper fish scale on that Tony. Never snitch now, never read it on the homies. Escape the system 5 times, you can call me Sony. Married to the gang, she'll never leave me lonely. Here's a vegetarian, so the beef, you don't want it. Sticking on the trail, but say nigga, yeah, your phone. Real deal here, no counterfeit, no clone. Point me to the bag, I swear to God, I be on it. Face down in my lap, yeah, your bitch storming. Huncho plus a sheep, yeah, I'm a homes bitch. No sell your dollar, all I know, I'm a wrong kid. So ambitious, hell nah, Triller never quit. Nationwide evacuation when I come, I storm shit. Better pick your side, ho, yeah, before that storm hit. Al-Qaeda flow when I spit, yeah, I bomb hits. Need a bread truck, I ain't never been on crumb shit. Straight up out that bottom, yeah, I'm raised, I'm that slum bitch. Fast, I fuck around and let that whole drum kick. Block turn the transformer, now that bitch a drumstick. Bout his life, swear on my kids, I palm shit. 30 on my waist, the motherfucker, it's a snug fit. Pistol out that holster, swear to God, pull his up shit. Ratchet than a motherfucker, yeah, we go dumb quick. Kiss I up in traffic, leave him cooking in the sun, bitch. Cash on delivery, can't let a nigga hold shit. Fuck a 4-way, tote the plugs in a whole brick. Beat the neighborhood, talking take got a whole clip. No handouts, nah, I don't owe a nigga shit. Paid in full, you can call me Mr. Money Making Me. You can talk fast, but please don't talk slick. Making licks out the screen door, ghetto in a bitch. Fuck around and tip the pirate, hit it with the whisk. Palm olive on my mama, ain't no soap on the dish. Stove out the microwave, either way, trick a mix. Acrobatic Chris Paul, cross them up and then assist. Turkey, no always step back and then switch. Fiends on the porch, running errands to get a hit. Dope so good, got them all talking with a list. Overtime in the kitchen, ain't no breaks up in this shit. Chef for a trip, stacking cakes all in this bitch. Gotta take what's mine, I be damned if I wait for shit. Up on to sleep, I ain't sleeping till a nigga rich. 2:45 in the trap and it's jumping bitch. If I go broke, ski mask, then I'm taking shit. In the street like potholes, out here trying to hit a lick. Ha, yeah. You know, dick gang, real ghetto shit. 103. I say 2:45 in the morning. Ha. I say it's 2:45 in the morning. In the trap house and that motherfucker booming. Little bitch. On crib, nigga. Yeah. I say it's 2:45 in the morning. On crib, nigga. 2:45 in the morning. In the trap house and that motherfucker booming. Yeah, yeah. 103. Get out.
Get out.
Man, okay, hit squad music. We got it going on. Okay. We gonna plan. We ain't gonna hold. You know, we usually in our show close to 8:15. But yeah, we man. Real, we looking for you, man. We looking for you to just pop up in here and get that trail for us. You know.
We heard it on that 2:45 in the morning.
Hey, that trail for us. So you know,
I
man.
know that's right.
I know Miss Keisha won't be joining us on tomorrow's show.
Tomorrow I must dedicate my time to do
Yeah,
my norm.
yeah.
So on Sunday school, I go to Sunday school. Look, you see, hear my singing voice right there. There you go. I get up and I go to worship service, and then I spend a majority of my time preparing for my next day too. Which is to get up and deal with the folks in the morning at 2:45 in the morning. Well,
Okay.
it ain't 2:45. It's more like 7:45. 7:45 in the morning.
I'm really thinking about, you know, doing possibly just a Wednesday show. I don't know just yet.
Do, do, do,
I don't
do.
know. I'm
She said 10. Carol, you went from 20 to 10? What is a 10?
He said 245 is a 10.
Okay.
Well, don't vote today. We're gonna be voting tomorrow. We're gonna play everybody and we're gonna vote. You know, we're gonna
She
play everything and you can vote.
So you can see these are your mom's. These are her picks. T.J. May, Phasar, 245, Gorilla. That's her playlist right there.
Okay. So
She said, "Man, man, man, man."
we didn't get a lot of talking,
You did. You
just a
you.
lot. I think with me, I be trying to get artists to really come in and looking like but I try to get I try to get artists to come in and try to talk about
You want them to share, give information about their experience or what they have going on.
yes, yes. I mean, I think it's this. A lot
Mhm.
of times, it's not really about the sharing and all that. I mean, if you share it, that's great. By all means,
Yeah, it's about the skin.
really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. We're not out here trying to have a competition with anybody else or nothing like that.
Right.
It's enough for everybody. It's a
Right,
big enough plate for everybody to get up on the plate.
Everybody can eat.
Yeah,
right, right.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
They good, Craig. They good.
I'm just saying. That we're just trying to build a platform. I don't know how many people are gonna come to the one-on-one seminar. I mean, if nobody comes, then by all means, I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna waste time on that. I'll take that Saturday and just pump it up and do a show. Just do a show. Yes. Keisha, you typing a long essay over there, girl. I see.
You can.
Mhm.
Look, I'm responding to
Oh.
Craig.
But no, it's just a thing of we just want artists to get that understanding of what's going on or how they feel about everything. So we ain't gonna hold the show too long. I will
Man,
play Gorilla starting off tomorrow.
I was looking at Busta Rhymes. He just had a 49th birthday. He looks great for 49 years old.
Wow.
Boy, that
Wow.
boy Busta look good for 49.
As he started exercising, he got ripped.
Yeah, that boy look
I
good for
can start
49.
exercising too. I gotta put this some cupcakes down, put some tea cakes down. I can't.
Look,
I gotta lose some weight. I gotta lose some weight. I gotta lose some weight.
it gets serious once you in your 40s, man. That stuff gets. You
You know,
start looking at health stuff too,
for the
cause
award for the award show, we gonna do bad stuff. We gonna do something. We gonna
look,
do something. I gotta find some presenters. Maybe the power will be the presenters. Yeah.
we need a Sandman. No, I'm just playing.
With the power radio show. And then later on we'll do that artist versus artist. That's gonna be where I really just have a meeting with the team and we pick that. Well, don't be mad. You have to hit Gorilla tomorrow.
She say mad.
Uh,
Hey, hey, listen here. Gotta have patience.
Patient,
Gotta
patient.
have patience tomorrow.
yeah, I start the show with Gorilla because the show gonna be just basically just voting and saying what you like. We may do a little insight. Show me your
Okay,
opinion tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah, show tomorrow.
That sounds like a good plan.
It depends on if viewers gonna be asking any questions or
Right.
it really
Right,
depends. How long the show gonna be.
right.
Hopefully the tower is getting. But I want to thank all the 204 viewers that we have. Well,
Right.
the 204 followers. Excuse me, 204 followers. Um, it'll get there. I'm actually trying to find a way to incorporate Instagram. I think that'll be a good thing. I'm gonna try to incorporate that for next Friday's show.
Right.
Alrighty.
Let's get the Instagram up and now. We make act a fool with that Instagram up and now. You
That's
know.
what Miss Shay be doing. She's the big idea queen back there behind the scenes, working it out.
I try.
Yeah.
Work it out.
I try. Shout out to my whole tower crew. Everybody, you know, me and Mr. God appreciate all y'all.
Yes, we do.
We
It's
appreciate y'all. Thank you.
a neat thing.
Thank you for telling us you appreciate us. We appreciate you for doing it.
You know, I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate the viewers for saying that. I feel like some of what I be saying be getting across to people, you know.
Yep. And we appreciate you guys who jump on here faithfully every single show.
Yes,
From Craig jump on here every show.
yes,
That's loyal. Him and Carol jump on here. K Marine, look. We even see Genuine coming on here every show.
yes.
You know, even old school jumps in time to time. Mr. Johnny from New Zealand,
Okay.
Miss Mary. They are loyal supporters of the tower, and we appreciate that.
I can't forget about Mama V.
And Mama V and Lamont. Thank you,
Yeah.
Lamont, for joining.
I share Mama V to you, and I say this a lot. We appreciate you.
And Pastor Avery, you and your wife,
Yes,
Sister Avery. We appreciate you and First Lady Avery as well.
yes, yes, we do. And Arthur, yes, he's
And Arthur.
yes.
Yep.
Appreciate all you guys, you know, to Mama V. I really appreciate you for welcoming us into your heart, knowing how much love we have for your son. So I do appreciate that. I appreciate Rain's family for accepting us and loving on us when we came to his funeral.
Yep.
And that shows you how, and we're not even trying to build a fan base, but it was like, it's like to all of them, we were stars. They were amazed to see who the tower was. Um, you know, so I always say, Rain, we miss you so much, man. I know you looking down, laughing and saying, boy, that shit long-winded. But, you know, I'm glad you're here. So this thing that you seen for us is going further. As you see, we got more people on the team. Shout out to, and I also want to thank Big Wheel. Um, Big
Yep.
Wheel, everything I do, you know, as far as things like this when it comes to music or anything, he's always supportive. He's always, you know, him and his wife Stephanie. Shout out to my sis Steph. And they always show love for everything that we do, and I show love for everything he do. A lot of people don't know I used to be on Underground Nation with Big Wheel. That was back in the day. But they show so much love to everything I do, and I show so much love to everything they do. You know, Trill Spitter, he'll tell you that's Mama Trill. That's what he called me, Mama Trill. You know, so he's like one of my kids. You know. But shout out. I really want to give a shout out to when we first started the tower. I really want to give a shout out to DJ Unstoppable because when we first started, he was the first one to kick off the first show,
All right.
and I got to give a shout out for that. You know, shout out to Miss Keisha. She always been with me since middle school. Middle school. That's my, been knowing her. Plus, that's my dog.
Shook.
God, I'm just teaching this ride or die.
It's right. And most definitely, I got to send a shout out to King of all kings, to God first, and then for God giving me this king, Mr. Die.
Thank you, God, and thank you, God, for this show. Thank you, God, for the tower.
So I appreciate that. You know, I
Yes.
appreciate everything and all the artists. I appreciate every last one of you because you could have sent your music anywhere and you sent it here, and I truly appreciate you for that. You know, I know all y'all can't get on the live sometimes like you want to, but I appreciate it. If I go back and check it later on that night, it'd be from maybe 60 views to 100 views. You know, and I appreciate that. Well, we all appreciate that. That keeps us motivated and going to get back on here. You know, the show's gonna progress. It's gonna get a little big. I'm gonna try to incorporate this Instagram. We incorporate this Instagram. We got something going on. Big. You know, but I enjoy all of you guys on here with me. You know, I thank y'all for listening to the info that we put out on here. But like I said, tomorrow I'm play every artist. I'm trying my best to play every artist on here. I'm gonna keep it moving.
And
We're gonna
continue to submit your music to the Tower Radio Show 1.
Yep, it's at the bottom. Submit your music.
Yep.
Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yep. Yep.
Out on TikTok.
Most definitely.
Instagram. We on now, You
Yep.
may go on there, you may not see the following of a lot of followers, but like I said, it's not about the following, it's about me. It's about us building a platform for the artists. So that's what we do. That's what we do. So without further ado, let's see. You know what? Let me see. How should I kick the show or lead the show? Let me give you some info on this submission though. Check this out.
If you're an unsigned or underground artist and you need a platform to showcase your music skills, check out the Tower Radio Show and submit your music to towerradioshow1@gmail.com. Also, check out the Tower Radio Show on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. The Tower Radio Show, a place you can call your radio home.
So y'all heard that. Y'all gotta check that out. Y'all heard what she said. The Tower Radio Show, a place you want to call your radio home. So without further ado, we want to thank y'all for coming in. Let me give y'all a little glimpse of our intro and how we do things. Check us out.
You are now tuned into the Tower Radio Show with your hosts, Miss Shay, Mr. Dot, Miss Keisha, Sugar, Big Will, Trill Spitter, DJ Grand C, and Go DJ Unstoppable.
So we want to thank you for tuning in to our radio show with tomorrow.
Peace. See you guys.
5:35. Shout out to everybody. Krill, I'm gonna give you a call later on from the show. Everybody else, peace.